After moving to Milwaukee's River West neighborhood nearly a year ago, a young couple set out to not only make their house a home, but improve the surrounding community as well, one piece of trash at a time. Frank Healy has the story of the Holton Street cleanup crew that's grown bigger and closer over time.
For more than 40 weeks now, Emma Larson and Horham Nike have spent anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour picking up trash near their home in the 2600 block of North Holton Avenue once a week whenever they can. They moved in last February when they got married.
Pretty quickly after we moved, we saw just a lot of trash on the street.
I can't quite remember, but maybe we just started picking up on our little stretch just in front of our house and said, well, what's the point of doing that? You know, just obviously more litter will blow in here. We might as well just pick up more here on this block.
After the first few weeks, they started posting pictures like this on Facebook.
Yeah, it was just kind of a weekly commitment that we just kept doing, and now we share our commitment with, with the neighborhood on the River West Facebook group.
And it's been really cool to be able to post a picture of what you're doing in there and be consistent and have that message resonate with people and have people get to know you.
Larson says if there's around 100 pieces of trash in a bag, they've picked up over 7,000 pieces of trash.
Probably about like 7,600 pieces of trash.
Nike says they've noticed trends in the kinds of trash they see.
It's in 3 categories. It's fast food, it's alcohol, it's sugar. It's really raising for me a lot of questions about this nexus between health and climate and our social connectedness.
Social connectiveness that, before starting their Holton Street cleanup project, Nike says seemed to be lacking in the world for them sometimes.
And I wonder if since the pandemic, a lot of people are feeling disconnected from their peers and then maybe being a little more selfish in their behavior. And so litter is kind of a casualty.
But Nike and Larson say despite the occasional detractor, they've managed to turn the negativity associated with social media on its head.
Social media makes this way to do real world things and spread that to other people, and then just you never know what connections might pop up from that. It's how we've made friends. We're new here, and so it's been wonderful to find like minds in this way. It's just if you broadcast something about yourself and your values, you'll find like minds and support them in their missions too.
A few days before, I'll post and say like, hey, we're going to be out on Saturday or Sunday at this time, if people want to come and join. And that's been how I've made most of my friends in the neighborhood since moving here.
Soon they weren't alone, with their neighbors often coming out to help.
People that I have like really wonderful friendships with.
But it won't just be them anymore.
I'm told this isn't rare for guys, but it's still a little abstract for me.
Because if you take all the pictures of each week's cleanup, it isn't just a story about neighbors coming together to keep their community clean. It's also a timeline of Larson's pregnancy.
It definitely wasn't intentional.
It's really started to hit home, okay, this is really happening.
Now, even though it wasn't their intention,
it would be great to have, our child see that and have that as a message and an inspiration for him to model.
I don't know how much it is like creating a neighborhood that, that we want for our child as much as it is just like a weekly practice of values that we hope to, instill on like our family and people around us.
While things have changed a little since they started,
I go a little bit slower now. I use a picker.
What hasn't changed for Nike and Larson is that using social media to connect with people in real life.
Couldn't create the experiences without this thing. There's no way you could otherwise have the experience of knocking on people's doors and showing them a picture of what you just did.
To create positive change, even in a small way.
You're not limited to just large acts of kindness and large acts of service. Sometimes just the smallest acts of service are the most sustainable for people to do and can also make a big impact.
There's a huge payoff at the end of it. I do believe that. So I think that's what I'd like to share with people is if you do something small and it compounds, it will pay off.
Is better than pessimism in an action.
But I think it's just cooler to try to do something to change the world in the direction that you want to move it in.